Everyone I know. 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 Hey, it's Andy doing an intro for our field recording series, EIK, In the Wild. This is the fourth installment featuring Formula 5, recorded live from Disc Jam 2018. Formula 5 is a four-piece band based around the capital region, featuring Joe Davis, Greg Merrick, James Woods, and Matt Richards. On this episode, we primarily do the Pepsi Challenge, so a blind taste test between Pepsi and Coke, to see which is better. I got the idea to do this because I listened to the Empire State Music Podcast with Andy Hogan, where they got sidetracked during their interview into a very passionate debate about Pepsi versus Coke. So big shout out to you, Andy. Hope to have you on the podcast soon. So listen to the Empire State Music Podcast. Formula 5 is having a music festival this Friday in Lake George called Rock the Dock. The acts featured will be Solomonde, Strange Machines, Let's Be Leonard, and, of course, Formula 5. You can find all the information you need about Rock the Dock at rockthedocklakegeorge.com. Once again, that's July the 13th. You can find all the information you need about Formula 5 at formula5music.com, f5jams.com, or on any of their social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Formula 5 Music. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. It gets pretty spicy because it's 5 people and 3 mics and a lot of opinions in a RV. So I think you're going to like it. Thanks, guys, for recording with us and everyone I know.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, move your big legs to the top.
So, guys, which is better, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, all day.
Pepsi.
Okay, let's get this on record. Sound off and tell me.
This is Greg, drummer for Formula 5, and Coca-Cola is a superior soda in every way, period. End of discussion. The Christmas, the taste, the aftertaste, the carbonation, the initial hit to the tongue, every part of it is perfect. It's the best drink that's ever been created, and Pepsi is inferior and really bad. And Joe doesn't know what he's talking about, and he sucks.
I don't need to spell it out for you why Pepsi is better, because it's just better. I'm not going to take the time to...
No actual factual evidence, once again.
No, there is factual evidence that Pepsi is better.
Joe's clearly pure opinion. I have factual evidence stating that the sugar content of Coca-Cola, although a small tad bit lower, affects the tip of the tongue where the sugar is received and sends endorphins through the muscles down to the testicles.
Nothing
and gives you
you're
boners.
saying makes sense at all.
How do y'all feel about it?
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, but let me describe it. I think Pepsi has a more snappy, crispy bite,
Yep.
and that has a very distinct taste. But Coke is sweeter, and Coke has more. I think it has more malty.
Can you shut up?
All right,
Without
folks.
the mic?
Yeah.
It's going to be a Royal Rumble.
Can
This
you
feels like a
just
boxing match right now. It's like...
No, it's really just...
Kids just talking without the mic. Just, wait your turn.
Yeah,
We all know Pepsi's better.
I like that.
I do like other Coke products a lot though.
How about... What do you
Relatively indifferent.
think? Okay. So we've got 2 indifferents. I haven't had...
Woods
Coke-
is holding the red mic. He has to be on the Coke side. Joe is holding the blue mic. He's already a Pepsi guy.
There we go.
Honestly, it's just
I
There's
hate you.
I don't even have the words to describe what's okay. Here's the thing, this has been going on for a long time. This whole Pepsi Coke discussion, and every time Joe and I get into it, we are both explaining the same characteristics of the soft drink that we both like. Joe argues that Pepsi has more crisp. I argue that Coke has more crisp. Joe argues that he likes the carbonation more. I argue I like the carbonation more. And so there's this alternate theory that I've come up with that everyone's taste buds are different. Everyone's perception is different.
Yes.
So I may be drinking Coca-Cola and taste Coca-Cola, but when Joe drinks Pepsi, we're tasting the same exact thing. And maybe it's just the way that our body receives it that is different. Because we explain the drink exactly the same, and which is kind of weird to me because he's like, no, Pepsi has more snap. I'm like, no, Coke has more snap. I think Pepsi's very sugary, and he thinks Coke is more sugary. So this is like a really long tested battle as to what you really think is going on here. And honestly, there's been a couple times where I think he's been just messing with me. Because when we have practice, he'll be like, I'll go in the house, get a water, but grab me a Coke.
That's because that's the only cola in your house.
Because the Merrick household superior knows it's sodas. I think we should just do this.
Let's get ready to rumble. Welcome to EIK, the podcast where we argue about the mundane. I'm here with Formula 5. Very happy to have you guys here. It's day 3 of the festival, Saturday. Everybody's looking not so sunburned, so that's pretty cool. Looking relatively fresh, considering the circumstances. Formula 5 is going to be playing very soon. July 13th, they're doing their own little festival called Rock the Dock in Lake George. It's going to be them, Soul Monde, Strange Machines, and Let's Be Leonard. I hear there's going to be steamboats there. Do you have any comment on that?
The way this all works out is that we're doing it at our good friend Luke Dow's family's establishment, which is the Lake George Steamboat Company. The boats have been around for over 200 years. Last year was our first one, and they came to us and basically like, we want to hold a party. So we know how to do that. We know how to. We've been around the festival scene enough where we know how to put one on a smaller scale specifically. So we did it, and it was great. So yeah, it's basically on this dock, big dock, and these huge touring boats are parked around it as grandstands. So everyone gets to sit on the dock. You get your beverages on the dock, and you watch from the dock, the boats. And there's vendors, there's food, there's stuff for the kids, there's stuff for people of all ages. So it should be really fun for families, friends, fans. And the tourists of the village, anyone walking by on foot. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day.
It sounds like it's going to be a great time. So I want to get into this real quick. So I heard you guys on Empire State Podcast. So quick shout out to Andy Hogan, from one Andy to another. What's up, guy? And I heard you guys get very heated about Pepsi versus Coke. And I this is kind of what we do on our podcast is argue about mundane shit like do you like bar soap or body wash, that kind of stuff. And
Sucks.
we will have you guys on again to argue every single topic. We'll have a whole judgment zone. So what we're going to do today is the Pepsi Challenge. If you guys don't know, I work at SUNY Albany. I'm working on a grad degree in bio right now, specifically neuroscience. So I know science, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why some of the theories about how Pepsi and Coke, like why people predominantly love Coke. I think that, so would you guys agree that most people out there love Coke? Yes. I'm looking straight at you,
I'd
Joe.
probably say yeah.
Okay.
Most people do
Okay.
like Coke.
And so,
Especially polar bears and Santa Claus.
polar bears and
Two biggest iconic things of all time. I mean, not the polar bear, but they're it's not a brown bear. It's not a grizzly bear. Way cooler. And it's freaking Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus. Come on.
I mean, he gives gifts to the children.
Yeah, exactly.
In theory.
In theory. Well, here's the thing. Santa Claus, this has nothing to do with science, but I am also very into like
Wait, hold on. What do you like?
I actually haven't drank any of them in years. So
Okay,
I'm
well,
excited
if you
about
had to
this.
choose, if you had two cold in front of you and it's the only thing you had to drink, what would you choose?
I think when I was growing up, I was a Pepsi boy.
Woohoo!
But he became an adult
big
and he decided to be a legitimate member of society.
When I was a
Went to
child,
Coke.
I had the thoughts of a child and I did childish things. Now I'm a man.
Burning Pepsi for being childish.
I'll accept it. That was nice.
What about Dr.
That was a good
Pepper,
setup.
the sweet one?
I also brought RC, so that's going to be a wrench in the system.
Oh, I don't know RC like nothing. You have
We're
tab?
definitely
You
I
have
don't have tab.
So what? Just Pepsi,
So
Coke,
Pepsi,
RC.
I
Coke,
can't
and
believe we're doing
RC.
Oh,
this.
so
This
you
is
threw
great.
in the third there just to mess with our mouths.
It's a control group.
Now, are all four of us going to do this?
Yes. Okay, so we're going to get into that in just a second. So one of the competing theories about Pepsi versus Coke is that the actual labeling of Coke is what makes it more tasty to the
classic.
people. So red is a color. Red is a color that is supposed to bring out the impulsivity in people, and so the original like commercials for Pepsi were like the Pepsi Challenge, right? They had two people sit down. They're like, drink this one. Which one do you like better? This one. Oh, it's Pepsi. Got you, motherfucker. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
But
Which is going to happen today, I bet. Which is going to be hilarious.
I really wish I do.
Looking at you, Greg.
I kind of want to make like a wager on this between Joe and Greg. Do we have?
Now, hold on. Can I just say something?
I know for a fact I'll be
we
able
walked
to tell.
in here, and these sodas have been sitting out. This is not crisp out of the can.
Oh, he's complaining about it.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm
this
gonna
is
know,
gonna honestly
warm or
get better. I
cold,
think that this is
so-
gonna mess with
Nervous?
the
I
control
think he's
because now we have
nervous.
through room temperatures. But after they go flat, they're all part of the whole thing about
All
Coke is
this-
that crisp right out of the can.
Oh,
it's so
dude,
good. But now that
crispness.
they're flat, they're all level. Like this, like I think it's gonna be harder to decipher at this point.
It's chemical drink, dude. It's got crispness.
But
I think they're all the same temperature too, and in
all
the same
all the
climate, the
variables-
same room. You know, all the variables are.
But I
It is
think
controlled.
What I'm trying to say,
It's
control,
controlled.
but I don't agree with the control. I think that the cold makes each drink taste differently, and I think that the warm will make them all taste more similar.
Oh yeah.
It'll affect them both the
wow. Oh, that means that you can't tell the difference, which is pathetic.
But Coke has been around since the dawn of time. Like Columbus brought it over, and you had soda jerks pouring it out like everywhere. It's like an American tradition. But Pepsi
Wait.
came around, and I think when they invented Pepsi, I do believe it has like less malty sugar and it is crispier. That's where I disagree. That's what.
Ooh.
It's getting spicy up in here.
He's loving Pepsi. He's loving up on Pepsi.
So there is a fourth cup.
What do you mean? No, there's 3. So it's 3 sets of 4.
Oh, okay. Count
So-
that wrong.
Right. I can't drink them. I know which number is which, so I would be infecting the results. So, do you guys want to get started?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
Spooked.
This will be great.
I just want to say that I'm very excited for this. Number one, because I get to drink
I'm
soda.
confident. I know.
Yeah, you definitely want to
Just
drink.
get to
soda.
drink soda. I'm really happy.
Wait, so we get both in our hands, and they are.
So how's this
different,
going
we
to
don't
work?
know
We're going
which
to
one?
sip, we're going to drink, and then we're going to verbally, or we're going to
this-
write it down?
Are
I think we
these-
should write
Are
it
these
down.
all the same ones in our hands?
Now, is this?
That's a good point.
We should have.
We should have the same one, and
Are
we shouldn't
these
say
all the
anything
same?
either. We should all have a piece of paper. We should not say anything. We should drink it. We should know it, and then we should write it down on our own piece of paper which one we think
How
it
about?
is.
I'm pretty sure he has the test written.
Because
out.
I'm gonna talk, and I don't want to.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
This one's Pepsi. I can already tell by smelling it. I smelled it.
What were
and
you?
knew.
What were you literally just saying?
I could just contradicted myself.
Literally just decided that you were just gonna blabber your mouth on what you thought it was before after ranting about. writing
Maybe
it
it's
down.
maybe it's a ringer. Maybe he knows what it is, and he's trying to throw everyone off the scent.
Are we drinking now? We good to go now? We drinking? We sipping?
Yep, sip on it. Scissor.
I know exactly what this one is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I know what color can this came out of.
Me too.
It's funny because I made sure to bring red cups
Yeah.
to test that theory out.
Yeah. I'm glad you did. Okay, so soda number 1 is down. Andy's going for soda number 2. We've all written down our guesses. Oh, Joe hasn't written his down. Finish it up there, Joe. Finish it up. No, put it right in there. Put it right in there.
What are you guys feeling? What are your feelings on the inside right now? Do you feel
Like I know exactly what sodas these are. Where's the pen? Yeah, this is. You don't want to challenge a fat kid to soda guess. You should have thrown Tab in here because that's the other bad boy. That's secretly my favorite.
I was gonna do like a Walmart brand in there. Try to see if I could throw a wrench in the system.
No one's ever going to get all these except for me.
I can't wait to see.
It's
Someone
going to
messes
verbally
up.
abuse you, Joe, until your mouth has a breakdown. The last one determines a lot because then, you know. Look at the last one. I need to taste them back to back before I forget. Oh my God, I've got all of these dead on. You guys are so dumb. Pen me. Greg needs a pen because Greg wins.
This is 3 right there. It's actually number. It's 1. I did it in the reverse order.
Let me get that pen.
The third's really gonna throw a wrench in the mix.
Right. That's exactly why I did it because I think a lot of people can ferret it out, one versus the other, but the third one is gonna
I
throw
think
into.
I think I got number 1. I know what number 1 is, but it's 2 and 3 that I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble with 2 and 3.
Now, should we after this? Should we say what our favorite was?
Yeah, sure.
Or how do you want to do this? Should we go? Oh, I know what all 3 are, or what is it like? Because this is more. The Pepsi challenge is more. Which one do you like more? But this is, I guess, pick your favorite.
Right.
Pick your favorite, right?
We'll do straight up pick your
Joe.
favorite, and I want you to also
All right, so
try
after-
to ferret out.
All
The
right.
look on Joe's face is killing me right now.
Yeah, because he doesn't know.
He's a broken man.
No, he is, and I knew immediately. I could do it by smell. I could do it by smell. God. I mean, I just want
I'm
to.
having
I just
trouble
want to say
between
what
2
they
and
are
3.
right now because I know.
2 and 3 are throwing me off. Like
How?
I can't tell what the difference between.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start on
Oh,
this.
wait, hold on. Can I just say? Can we say favorites first? Let Joe. Don't say anything until Joe, because he's just gonna. See, he's looking for the chalkiness on his teeth.
I think 2 and 3 are pretty similar.
All right. You want me to blow it all open?
Are we saying our favorites first?
Wait. Yeah. What's our Let's go around and say our favorite first.
Let's see. I really
2 is your favorite.
didn't
Okay.
like any of them that much,
Joe.
but I liked Pepsi the most.
Well, which one do you stop? Matt. What number was it?
Pepsi. I liked Pepsi the most.
God, dude. All right, James.
2.
Which number did you like the most? 2? Matt, you
well,
said
I mean,
2?
I'm split between 2 and. Well, I mean,
Which one did you like the most? Just which one tasted
well,
best
to me,
you?
2 and 3 are very similar.
Okay, we'll pick one.
So, what was the other one? What was the third?
It
RC.
could have been RC.
RC.
Yeah.
The third choice, not necessarily the order, but
Right. It was
Yeah.
Pepsi, Coke, RC.
between Coke and RC. I mean, I do like Coke.
But you
more,
don't know what it is. Which number do you think was the best tasting one?
Is
I'm
this
gonna
how
go
you
with 2.
initiated everyone into the band?
Yes.
You just sat them down and said,
Yes.
choose.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'll
May
go
I
with
blew it
2.
all open? My
Maybe I
favorite
like
was
RC.
number 2 as well, and it's
Yeah.
definitely Coke. It goes RC, Coke, Pepsi.
No. No, I think number 1 was Pepsi.
Number 1 was RC, number 2 was Coke, number 3 was Pepsi.
I think it went
Wait.
Pepsi, RC, Coke.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Now, is this in the order that I handed them
That
to
you handed them to us.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
order
yeah,
you
the
handed them to
numbers.
us.
The order that I handed them to you was Pepsi,
Yes.
Okay.
Coke,
Yeah.
RC.
Oh, okay. So I mixed up Pepsi and RC. Not part of the challenge. Definitely knew Coke was Coke by the
Okay.
smell.
Okay. Big winner over
I got
here.
RC, Coke, Pepsi. Good job, Matt. Good job.
I had RC as the first one.
Dude, now
Did
the
you
RC.
really?
Me too.
I
Me
knew
too.
right away Pepsi is so much
So
different
wait,
than
but you
RC and
chose
Coke.
to wait. Hold on. Well, hold on. We got to go back. We got to go back. We are negating the whole fact that Joe chose 2. Joe chose Coke. Joe chose Coke.
Wait, what did you
So
choose
I
as
was
your
right.
favorite?
Coke
What-
tastes
what was
fucking
your favorite
better.
one?
Coke. I said Coke number 2. I said 2. You chose 2.
I thought
You chose 2.
We're gonna have to review
no,
the
you
tapes.
didn't. You just wrote fucking.
I think he got duped.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you thought it was. What your tongue liked the most was Coca-Cola.
I'm going to put you on the red mic.
That's what the whole thing was here. Is the fact that the second one, and you chose 2. You're like, oh, I like it. Just because you thought it was
Joe,
Pepsi
I had
doesn't
more
mean
faith
it
in
has
you.
anything
I thought
to do
you
with
would
that.
sniff
It was
that
the fact
Pepsi
that
out.
you
Listen,
like
listen.
no.
What
you're
else
not
haven't you told
backtracking out
us?
of
What
it.
have
My
you lied
taste
about?
buds are a little affected right now.
No,
I think I have a little
affected
bit
by
of a
what?
cold. If you can listen to my
Nothing.
voice.
I win. The fact
I
that Coke
honestly
is just
could-
fucking better.
Coke is not better.
You literally just chose
Dude,
it out of 3.
honestly, the RC fucked with my head.
No, it doesn't matter.
It fucked me.
But you were trying to guess which one's which.
The first one, I smelled it and I said, "That's Pepsi."
No,
And
you
then
were
I
supposed to
tasted
guess.
it
You were
because it was
supposed
a
to
little
guess.
flat
You
and
should've
thought
went
it
with
was
the smell.
RC.
You should've went with the smell.
argument is invalid. You were trying to
I
guess.
don't care.
Which one? You weren't trying to guess anything. It was
Yes,
which
I
one
got
you liked the
placeboed
most.
by Coke, dude.
So what?
But the Pepsi was flat.
It doesn't matter.
tell.
All of them were flat. That's why you swished them around to get the bubbles going again. I saw you doing that. I saw you looking for the chalkiness on your teeth. You went all in and you chose
the
Coke as
bubbles
your
going
favorite
again.
soft drink
Dude,
out of the 3. Bar
Coke-
none. End of discussion.
Coke
I
isn't-
fucking
The
win.
bubbles going again.
Coke
This is the best argument we've had on here in a while, huh? Good,
Coke is-
good, because literally
is worse than
his
Pepsi.
ignorance. But see, if I did it was in his shoes, I'd argue my way out of
See,
it too.
I think-
so. I would be doing the same
See,
thing.
the
Joe
thing is-
just admitted he likes Coke more than any
did
other
not
3.
admit that.
Yes, you did. You said 2. You said you liked the second one
I guess because
because you thought it was Pepsi. It doesn't matter what you thought it was. Your
Dude,
mouth liked it the
Dude,
most.
the RC fucked with me. I would have been
That doesn't matter. Still, you're missing the point. You picked number 2 out of
back
3
to
sodas.
back right now. Pepsi versus Coke, no RC.
Done. Fill me up. Fill me up. Fill me up. Fill me up.
This is overtime.
Okay, here we go.
Now, question. Now, is this
We're in overtime.
Is this
I wanna
which we like
inspect the
more, or
Pepsi.
is this which is which? It's which we like more.
Which is which?
No, because we just did that, and you were also wrong. So it has to be which one you like
I think
more.
I'll be right and
Okay, so we gave you 3 sodas.
be
You
right.
picked your favorite soda, and it was Coca-Cola.
hey, shut up.
That's
Coke
fact.
sucks
Okay,
compared
this-
to Pepsi.
This is
How? You just picked it over Pepsi.
Dude, I did.
You just picked
I
Coke
did,
over Pepsi.
because I got tricked, you little trickster.
How did you get tricked? Your mouth shouldn't trick you.
I got tricked
This
by
was a
RC.
Joe,
controlled
you should have
setting.
went with your nose. You should have.
I don't drink
Dude,
Coke.
if you didn't you might Joe, if you liked RC more than any of it, doesn't matter. That means you like RC. This isn't about you trying to come up with what you think is cool. This is you giving your real opinion here.
I thought,
Wait. I'm gonna tell. This is what happened to me.
Which
Dude,
one did you like
Okay,
the most?
this is what happened to me before this whole test. I am more of a Coke guy.
See?
Before the test, but I was trying to sniff it out. I got number 1, smell, instant Pepsi. And I tasted it, instant Pepsi. But I can't really tell the difference between Coke and RC. And I like one
Really?
of them.
Because that's weird. Because to me, the RC and the Pepsi were very similar.
Really? I thought
Yeah,
the Coke and
dude,
the
the
RC
Coke
what threw me
stood
off.
out
That's
like
what threw me off.
like the so that doesn't matter.
To me, the standout with Pepsi stands
So
out.
who cares if you choose Pepsi or RC? You're not choosing Coke.
All right, and here's number 1 on test 2. I already know what it is.
Yeah, I'm done.
I
We
already
don't even
know.
need to do this.
I already
This
know
is-
what this one
Can
is.
we just talk about it now?
I want to hear what Joe thinks this is.
What do you think it is? This is the same,
Same
thing.
thing.
Like it? Well, no. Here, see, we're blurring lines here, and he's getting out of an actual answer by blurring the lines. Is it better than the other one, or is it not as good? Give him the other one right now, because I know this is what
To
I
me-
know what this is, and I know what I like about it.
Check.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, and this is why my argument is valid here, because I knew it was Coke right away,
Immediately,
because
It's crisp.
It's the one that still has carbonation left.
because there's more carbonation, which makes it a better soda.
Soda needs to be, in a perfect environment, aka closed tightly.
But you know what? Okay, cool. That means Coke's superior because it's been sitting out in the open air and still more carbonated than Pepsi.
He could have had a hard pour. You know.
Doesn't matter about hard pour, left pour, hard pour,
I know.
Literally, I will argue this. I'll die on this hill.
I don't care.
I'll
I'm already
die
dead.
on this
I'm already
hill.
dead on the hill. So
I'm
Dude.
dead on the hill.
Honestly, what stood out the most? Pepsi stands out like a knife compared to all
Not
of
to
them.
me. And
Yes,
that's
it
what's so
does.
weird about
Stands
this
out like a
because
knife.
I
Yes, it
I
does.
stood
sniffed
out
it
like a
out
knife.
instantly.
I didn't trust my nose. I said sniff
You liked
Pepsi.
the Coke the best.
I did because the Coke is the only one that's still carbonated.
You're literally explaining why you liked it.
Oh my god.
You're literally explaining why you like
Listen,
something that
What,
you're trying
what
to argue
I don't
against.
understand
Is
is,
this the-
how
is this
you
the Pepsi?
three,
Stop
How
moving.
are you three talking about which one stood out when none of you three got it completely correct?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I knew what was Coke. I knew what was
That is-
Coke, and I liked
wait a
the
second.
Coke.
Wait,
I liked the
hold on
Coke
a
the
second.
most because I knew I just liked the taste, and I was like, oh, this is Coke. I know this. I like it more.
I have a terrible realization to put forward to you guys. I wasn't paying attention for a second there because I was messing with the mics.
No,
and pouring
bullshit.
drinks and
Don't
stuff.
give me that. I'm not.
That was
no,
actually
this,
Pepsi.
No, it wasn't.
I'm
This
not
is-
kidding. That is Coke in your hand, right? This is Coke.
Wait, so the first round's right though.
The first
I
round.
don't care. That,
what
that's
I,
all I
plot
really
twist.
care about.
Plot twist.
no, what I gave you first was Pepsi.
Smell, now it's.
Wait, what?
That's. I know.
This
Said
plot
it was
twist
Coke.
big.
This is a
This was Coke.
no. That the first thing I gave you was Pepsi.
This is Coke. You're drinking Pepsi, and now you
Really?
like Pepsi.
No, give me the
That
other
was
one. I'll
amazing.
tell you which one I like more.
So Coke. Taste that. That's Coke, buddy. It's vanilla.
Tide's turn.
I like this more than what's in that cup.
Tide's turn.
Oh my
No,
god!
guessing and being wrong about which one it is not
That-
the
that was
question.
actually
It's which
perfect.
one
Your
you like
mistake was
more.
perfect.
Which one do you like more? That's the final question.
They're so similar.
I don't believe
No,
so.
Pepsi stands out way more. That's the one I knew.
I don't know, man.
I was confused about the other two,
Honestly,
but Pepsi was Pepsi.
I think the real challenge here.
This one crushed. This one crushed my fucking throat.
Coke
The
crushes
Pepsi
my
crushed
throat.
my throat, and I was thinking back to the test. The Pepsi didn't crush my throat. This one did. I was like, oh, but then I thought it was Coke again. So we got tricked again, and me getting tricked your dumb ass.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Let's do another challenge.
Pepsi's
or-
better.
No, that's not what we concluded here. The first
Overtime.
challenge was what we all
Okay.
picked our
Matt,
favorite
what do you
out of
think?
three.
Double
and we
overtime,
all
we're gonna
picked Coke.
double overtime. We're gonna
That's, I mean,
boof them,
no, that's,
and we're
that's
gonna
the,
figure
that was
out.
the I'm not going more and more into this because we all picked our favorite out of three. All of us picked Coke as our favorite. That
I
means
really
Coke's better.
like ginger ale.
Me too. Big Canada Dry guy. Can we do that now? Get Schweppes,
Oh, yeah, hell
Canada
yeah.
Dry, and then like Walmart brand out, Sam's Club, and we'll just.
I'd
rate.
love to.
I'm a big Barks guy
All right, so what else
myself.
do you want to
Barks.
talk about?
Well, I was gonna talk to you guys about boating.
We both.
Good.
You want to talk about boating and golfing and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
I work in boats all day.
Yeah,
Woods
let's talk
works
about it.
boats. Woods, that's why Woods is the trailer master. We boat. We like boating. You know, we're really lucky boys. You know, we're getting out on the lake and doing that kind of thing. We like swimming. We like rafting. We like tubing. We like snorkeling. We like washing off in the lake. You know, for sure.
Cleansing.
Do you guys go out in the creek out here?
What do we mean?
There's a creek here. that
No.
You can bathe in.
No, I saw it, seen it, done it. Not today.
Not today.
Not today. We're lake boys.
Now, here's the thing that I have a question about. Is there a real preference between lake water, ocean water,
Yeah.
fresh
Big
water?
difference.
Yeah, dude, lake water.
Lake water.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing worse about getting. Yeah, I don't want to get.
Lake water is the best.
Why is that?
Because there's no residue on your skin, and well, specifically Lake George. It's the Queen of American Lakes. It's great AAA water. You could go out. I wouldn't go drink it in the South
That's
Basin, but
made up.
middle of the lake, go jump in and drink hot because it's good. You know,
I would not
and
drink it. There's
there-
lots
you
of
will
boats.
never be as clean as if you jump in the middle of Lake George.
Everybody that lives on the lake has their water brought to their house and filtered, and a lot of those, everybody drinks lake water that lives on the lake.
Yeah, dude. I drink lake water without the filter.
He does.
That's how lake I am.
It's pretty lake.
Just like I'm better at cola tasting and tricked Greg into thinking that Pepsi was Coke.
Got pretty tricked.
done. You picked Coke as your favorite.
I think they both got pretty tricked.
Ooh, you got
I
tricked.
feel pretty happy. I think science prevailed.
Science prevailed as hell.
All three.
Yes.
We picked
That
our
makes any
favorites, we
sense.
all picked Coke. Am I
I-
right or am I
And then him giving you,
Okay, that's the facts of the matter.
Yeah, whatever,
That-
Greg. Yeah.
and then him giving you the wrong answer on accident, totally was a game changer.
Well, no, I don't think so because that was one. He only gave us one. He didn't give us the second. If he gave us the second one, we'd be like, oh no, this one's Coke. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you gave us before you told us that, if you gave us the second one, I would have been like, no, this one was Coke, not the first one. So I think that, and that, you know what? That study is it's invalid anyway because we did the first one, we all picked Coke, end of fucking discussion. I will argue this.
Although all good science is repeatable, and that's an important part. You got to
right
repeat
now
the
I got a
experiment.
tummy full of fucking sodas.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you guys gonna do? You're gonna be all jittered
go
out.
Eat a burrito and go pee and come back and do it again in a half hour.
Okay, so so what are your favorite activities to do at Lake George when you're out there?
Well, Lake George sucks in the summer, man. It's a
Well,
tourist
no,
town. Like we
the
don't want to go
village
hang out,
sucks.
so we go out on the lake, whatever. I mean, they'll come out. We got buddies who have boats, and they'll take us out, and we'll go do that. But
Tourism, it's
tough.
pretty like concentrated in the village, so the village sucks. But if you actually get out in the lake up north, it's still beautiful.
yeah,
Also-
absolutely. We try and get a couple of boat days out there. It's tough with our touring schedule and our working schedule and our life schedule
Yeah.
and all of that. But we definitely need to schedule a couple of days where the four of us get out there and just soak up some lake. Maybe write a song about it.
Yeah, 2 groups of islands up north in the lake.
I
are
really
great to
just
hang.
like swimming in the lake, putting some goggles on, swimming with the fishes. You know, just seeing them, seeing what's up down there. It's cool.
I wish
Cool
we
on
could
the
have.
water.
I wish we could have done this podcast on a boat, and then Joe would have gotten thrown over, and then it would have been like a real thing. We could have had people walk
Yeah.
the plank and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm into that.
Yeah.
So who grew up in Lake George? Okay, so what? Because I went out there, I think last summer. I went to Lake George and we rented a boat. We went out in the water and had a good old time.
One of the blue boats. Oh no, they
What
got rid of those, didn't
what
they?
rental? There's a handful.
I
Right in the
don't-
village,
I don't
shoreline?
remember. We were scrambling because we didn't.
Diamond
we
Point,
didn't-
Bolton has a lot of
Well,
boat rentals.
in the village or up north?
It was we stayed in Bolton Landing, but we came
you
into
went-
town.
so you
Chicks
probably went
Marina,
to,
possibly.
Chicks or
Chicks is a
Shoreline
big
and Lake
rental.
I
George?
think so. I don't know. I remember we went to one place and they didn't have anything for us, and then we went to another place
Every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we got a pontoon boat. We went out there, had a little
200.
party on the barge.
Yeah, you did.
But I'm not very nautical by nature. Not nautical by nature. Not naughty by nature. What? Do you guys get any boat tips? Do you have to know knots?
All of them.
Are knots important?
You don't need no
Very-
knots. You need to tie
The
off cleat or
knots
tie
are-
off the
knots are
boat to the
pretty
dock
important,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. You know, doing like. But no, you don't really need knots. You need to know that how to drive on the lake because, I mean, there's been some
You need knots.
where that hasn't ended up really.
You need
great.
to tie your proper clove hitches to the dock. You got to tie your proper bowline to the anchor. If you're getting towed, you know, you tie a bowline or something that's not going to bind up, so your rope's fucked and you got to cut it off.
Yeah,
There's all sorts of knots.
Yeah, but
Trucker's hitch is great for
basically,
towing. You know,
we kind of stay. The people who live there stay out of the South Basin, man.
Okay.
Because that lake is 32 miles long. You only see a mile and a half
From
of it
the
where
village,
you
you
are.
just
so
see
we
them,
get
yeah.
up and go hang out somewhere else, you know, because it's just
it's
havoc.
I can imagine.
And right now it's a Americade. There's like 60,000
It's a mess.
bicycles there,
Oh, yeah,
motorbikes. Blah, 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 blah. It's horrible.
It's like that episode of South Park where they could roll into town.
bunch of weekend warriors not knowing how to shift right away. You know, like
Yeah.
getting a little uneasy on the bike.
What is besides Lake George? Do you have a favorite lake outside, or do you have sole loyalty to Lake George?
Yeah,
Well, I think there's a
Native
good.
American Lakes, babe.
I mean,
There's a ton of awesome lakes
yeah.
up in the
There's a lot of
Adirondacks.
up in the Adirondacks. There's a lot of beautiful lakes where you can't have large boats. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of great
So
canoe,
you're canoeing.
kayak, and then there's
But
like the
also,
small. Small,
The
like
small ponds. I'm a big small pond guy.
I'm a not big small pond guy. I
Not
I
like-
like my sandy bay. I like my actual shorelines, and I like rock jumping and diving really deep.
Yeah, and when I say small ponds, I mean like a 2-4 mile like lake. It's just called a pond.
Oh,
Not like
Oh,
a fucking
oh,
mud hole in
oh.
your backyard, dude. I'm talking
Oh.
like
Oh,
a mountain,
oh.
a high
Yeah.
elevation
yeah,
fucking pond.
definitely.
I like actual ponds.
That was,
Some-
that was
some
Pepsi burp.
salamanders,
Strictly
frogs.
Pepsi
Nah,
burp.
it sounded more Coke came right out of the nose. Coke burp.
Strictly
But the-
Pepsi burp, folks.
the lake's great. I mean, you can do all sorts. I'm a big sailor. That's always great.
So you do like sailboating as well?
Yeah,
That's cool.
That stuff's tight.
it's tight. I mean, I love like water skiing in the morning or at dusk. You know, if you
Mhm.
hit the right bays, it's nice and smooth. That's always cool.
I went to Sacandaga recently.
Man-made.
Reservoir.
Is that man-made?
Dude, they flooded it, yeah.
Sacandaga, if you get your scuba gear on, there's a town under the water. They
Complete
literally
houses
like abandoned the
and
town. There's houses
fucking-
and there's a
in
train.
like in
and,
1936
yeah, they
or
cut
something.
the dam
They
and let that thing go, and like
Because
I mean,
the-
everyone evacuated. No one died but,
because
like,
the river
all the
used to
buildings are
flood,
still
like-
there and stuff. Like you can go, dude. It's a huge scuba diving spot. People go check that out all.
In the
Yeah,
early
sounds
like
super creepy to me.
early 1900s,
But
they had problems like in
Some
Albany,
wild stuff.
like because it
Albany
flooded
would
a lot.
flood.
Albany would flood,
Completely
and like
flood.
it was like 36 or something. It was like I don't know 10. I'm just guessing. I think it was like a 10 million project. They dammed it up
Uh-huh.
and made a reservoir. It was bigger, and then they changed the name to the Sacandaga Lake and not a reservoir to promote tourism and stuff.
That's really interesting. Wow, I really want to go scuba diving there now. To be like the ancient city underneath there and go steal someone's silverware.
Town of Day, Atlantis.
What else about boating? What do you guys think about drinking beers out in the sun with a tank top on? How's that sound?
super dangerous, dude. Super dangerous. You have about 3 beers in the sun, you're hammered. And then there's nothing. Then everyone's on the boat. Everyone eats all the snacks. Then you're hungry. It's only noon, and it's
Just have a good captain who's
yeah,
driving the boat
yeah,
and
yeah,
stays clean,
yeah.
and
You
you're
gotta-
fine.
You know that's rough life. You
Gotta stay
you gotta
hydrated
yourself.
too. You
Yeah,
just
gotta
gotta drink
stay-
water too.
Yeah, you know.
You're out in the sun,
That's
gonna bake.
rough stuff. That's tough.
Straight from the lake.
That's rough and tough stuff.
You gotta be careful of reflection off the water.
Sun hits you, hits the water, and hits you. You
Don't
get-
sunscreen.
You gotta
Reapply often.
reapply, baby.
Reapply.
Joe doesn't actually ever need to apply sunscreen because he has a permanent sweater vest he wears on. It's the Pube sweater vest brought to you by Gap. It'll be out this fall at a Gap near you. Joe, why don't you show us some of that? Jeez, boy. God, it's like hacking up fur balls every Tuesday morning. Go drink another one. See if you can tell if it's Coke or Pepsi. Guaranteed you won't.
I've never had a sunburn, guys.
Pepsi's better.
I'm Lebanese, so I cannot.
I'm English Canadian.
Oh, good for you.
So, no,
You're
I mean,
made of. You're
yeah,
made
that
of
means
gasoline.
you burn like a
Yeah.
motherfucker.
yeah.
Never had a sunburn. Can't
gonna go
share
sit
in
in
that
the shade
cultural
now.
experience.
Never had a bad day.
Yep.
But I read.
Oh,
I
we're
read
like
up. You look like you got jaundice or something, man.
I'm just a different color. That's what it is.
It's a different color.
Jesus, Greg.
When I whatchamacallit, when I don't like get a tan, I look like kind of gray. Like that's kind of the color. Like a little bit
Roger
more yellow.
from American Dad.
Yeah, like the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, during the winter, God, Woods and I. This is the tannest. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look
You
at
can almost see
Show me
right
under.
through.
Show me under.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look
Ooh,
at this. See, look at this, man. Look, that's Canadian right there. Shit.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Canada, do you guys like dill pickles?
Love dill pickles.
You like dill
wanna do a
pickle?
dill pickle challenge?
Do you like dill pickle chips?
Yeah.
Have you ever had the Doritos Intense Dill Pickle Chips?
No.
That's Joe.
Only available in Canada. They are the best chips on the market as far
Really?
as dill pickle chips, and I will lay my life down to defend that point. So if I ever go to
I'll
Canada,
argue
I'll bring,
it because that's the kind of show we're on right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think your mouth probably isn't very right. I think the Lay's
Your
dill
mouth
pickle.
probably isn't
The
very
Lay's
right.
dill
he
pickle ones are
says,
probably way
everybody.
better.
Here's what's great about the Doritos.
I don't ever trust a Canadian or anyone who goes there or eats there for anything, so I don't really trust your
You're-
opinion.
He doesn't trust his mom.
I don't trust my mom or my whole mom's side of the family. I don't trust half myself, and I went there this past August. And
You trust
I
a lot
wouldn't
of hockey
trust-
players,
I
though.
don't
So-
trust
trust
you
hockey
at
players.
all.
by the way, let's give a shout out to Ovi and the Caps for freaking laying that out.
Laying
say.
that out. Yeah, they laid it out there.
They did lay it out there. So
Oh, let's talk
They
about
laid
your
out-
guys' set that you played earlier. It was very good.
yeah, thank you. We really had a great time. Thank you, Turquoise Horns. Thank you, Rob Compa, for sitting in. That was great. We had a really good time. I thought we played pretty well.
I've been like on Rob Compa watch. I interviewed him on Thursday. And I've been on like Rob Compa watch since then. Like every time I see him, I was like, oh, okay, I'll see you on the stage in like 5 minutes, man. Like every single time I see him.
He's been running
Doing
the
that-
marathon this weekend.
that
He's sitting
at-large
with
life.
everybody, man. He's killing it.
Best
He's
shirt of ever today. Also,
fantastic shirt. Give me the
Loot.
Loot,
L-U-T-E with Biggie playing
A loot.
loot for your imagery for the listeners at home.
excellent shirt, Rob.
In the Cougie sweater. And it was
we
great.
like shirts around here.
We like big shirt guys, big lake guys, big guys.
You guys are amazing, by the way. I
Thanks,
have to
man.
say, you guys came on here like I listened to Empire State podcast. I heard you guys go off about
Joe and I
it.
just
I
screaming
felt
at each other like
I felt the venom
savages.
in the air, and I was like, I need to get this here. So once again, shout out to Andy Hogan because that I don't think I would have known about that if I hadn't listened to
That's
that.
great.
But yeah, you guys. I've had a couple guests come on who will come on and just take into their podcast all of a sudden.
That's what happened
and
to you
that's
today.
exactly what just happened.
I will literally come and argue with this couch if you want me to. Asshole couch.
They love arguing over like snacks and snack-like things.
Oh, dude, I'll argue about snacks all day.
Yeah, it's
Joe
good.
and I
a
are
series
both
of
love
chips, of cookies,
Yeah.
of
Anything.
fast food chains.
Literally anything. Anything. Nike versus Adidas. Nike.
Nike. Yeah.
Okay, so we can't. Well, hold on. I'm wearing Adidas shorts. I'd like to say that the Adidas golf shorts fit a whole lot better than Nike golf shorts. Nike golf shorts inferior. Don't have many pockets. They don't have the gum around the waistline. Not a fan. I like
Dude.
Nike shoes. I don't like Nike shorts now. I gotta go. See you later.
What is wrong with you? You got a lot of stuff going on upstairs.
What brand
or
are these?
lack thereof.
I don't know. What, oh yeah, those are
Starters?
I like my
Starter,
shorts I'm
dude.
wearing right now.
Starter.
I like them.
Starters
don't
OG.
know.
To me, do high school
Very
gym
90s
class.
swag.
High school gym
Very
class, all
90s.
Adidas. High school gym was Adidas, but I've grown up and I'm on the boot game. You gotta have boots.
Yeah, you wear boots like a freaking tool. Or an epic badass.
Those are
Cowboy.
nice boots.
You
though.
decide.
Those are nice.
They're like what would you call them? The
Epic
cut
badass
of
cowboy.
leather is that? It's not like grade A. It's like they're like not misfit, but it's like
Hey, Greg.
They had flaws
It
in
shows
it.
the wear.
Greg.
You can see the skin. It's
yeah, you can
it's
see the
authentic
skin.
cow.
Oh, it's so
Greg,
real.
Hey, Greg, shut up.
Genuine cattle.
Shut up now, Greg. Put your eye drops in for your glaucoma, you fucking...
funny when you're mean, Joe.
I think I'm funny when I'm mean to you.
You just look like a dick to the world.
You know what? While I've got you guys here, I'm gonna pull out my notebook and we're gonna go through some old topics because I think that'll be fun.
Man, listen, honestly, my blood pressure's getting pretty high.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it.
About everything.
I'm gonna keep it medically safe here. Let's do.
No, we love Dad Rock.
Oh wait, do you love Dead Rock? Yeah. I'm into that too.
Dad Rock sweet.
Dad Rock? What's it?
How long does something have to be on the market before you? How old do you have to be before you don't have to be hip to new trends? Pooping in public. What about it? Where do you do it? How do you find your safe space?
Guys, the question was, how do we find our safe space? All right. As a large guy with a lot of intake, Joe can speak for this.
Oh, God.
Our poops are a thing that are need to be like, you
Wait,
know.
are we talking about poops right now?
Yeah, he said, what do we do on the road? He's like, what was the actual question?
Pooping in public. So pooping in public. Where do you do it? How do you ensure that you're
Whenever-
going to have a good time?
Whenever duty calls, and I just
Yeah,
improvise.
Joe's pretty good about that, but he always announces, and he gets this really like stressful look on his face, like a lot of pressure's building up in his forehead, and he goes, "I think I'm gonna take a shit in a moment," and I'm like, I think it's coming now, and he's like, and then he goes and does it, and he walks out, and Joe has this like certain strut he does right after eating a lot of food, right after pooping, right
Yeah,
after
yeah, yeah.
sticking an 80-yard 60-degree wedge on the green. It's all this same walk, but it's like he's got like he didn't wipe great. It's still kind of sticky, but he's like doing this bow-legged kind of walk with his
No,
chest
but it's also
cut out.
attitude. Like he knows.
It's attitude, but
Yeah.
it's like, so he'll leave, we'll be at like a venue or whatever, and he'll come out of the bathroom like, Joe just took a huge dump. Like I can just tell.
He,
by
like
his
he's
face.
proud. He's like.
And he has like a sweat ring around his neck too, you know. And he's like, I'm really just forcing it. But you know, eating and pooping are big parts of our lives, just like everybody. But I think we really cherish that.
I like the pre-show poo. You know.
Woods, big show, pre-show pooper. I'm kind of a, you know, I don't really
no one
plan
wants
them
a
out.
dirty ass. plan.
I'm a huge cigarette smoker, the only one in the band. So whenever I feel a poop coming, I
says
definitely
that?
go out and smoke a cigarette and then wait and then smoke another half cigarette and then go in and poop. You know, if we're at like
you're the epitome of health.
if I'm at like home, I'll smoke a cig while I poop in the morning before a shower. You know,
You're the epitome of fucking health, dude. Like you're the healthiest man. in
I
the
think
world.
Definitely.
I think pooping's pretty cool. When it's good, it's good.
Matt's farts never stink.
That's so not true.
debatable.
Like, mostly they don't. Did you ever notice my dad's farts don't stink? Every time.
I don't fucking huff your dad's ass.
No, but he's literally come up to you and shit on you and then be like, well, no odor, man, no odor. Just like that.
Good for him. He's got a
It's
gift.
just so weird.
got a
Like, I don't
gift.
understand.
He's a fucking weirdo.
It's
Love you,
sketchy.
Jim.
Southern Jim.
Jim's got big old wet farts.
Some people can suck it in without.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Yeah, people can
They
do
can't
it.
fucking suck a fart up your asshole, man.
No, you suck it in, you fart it out. It's a real thing.
So you make yourself burp.
Yeah, it's like making yourself burp, or like the ladies do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I'm confused.
Talking
So you're
about
saying like,
queefs.
It's like a butt queef. Basically.
You can butt queef.
Yeah. Butt
oh,
queef,
like
queef.
intentional farting.
Yeah, intentional. fart.
Oh, okay.
Were you saying like
Yeah.
hold a fart until it's gone?
Right,
No,
right. No, I
that's
thought you meant like they
impossible.
could suck it in and have it and dissipate inside their bowels. I was
No,
like, that's
no.
impossible.
That's
right?
impossible.
Yeah, that's
I've never been able to do it.
That's a skin.
That's
That's
so
gonna
possible.
leak through
No.
your eyeballs or
Every
something.
time I've tried to do it, I have a very, very tight butthole. I'll just
I don't know about
put it out
that.
there.
Sounds like
And
it's pretty loose
I'm
sphincter.
able, but the thing is, every time I try to hold a fart in, it just slowly comes out, and it's worse. It's worse. It's like lying, to somebody when you're wrong. You just gotta come and just own
Get
up
it out
to
there.
it. Just put it out in the open,
Yeah.
and let the world take you for who you
Absolutely. You know why buttholes aren't square?
are. Why is that?
So they don't slam shut.
Mm.
Yeah, I figured that out the other day.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's a generic joke. That's my dad joke. I've been hearing that since I was like
Makes
11, man.
Fucking no sense. Science class by Greg.
So they don't slam shut. Like, okay.
You are a fucking
What's the difference
imbecile.
between an oral and an anal thermometer?
I don't know what.
The taste.
Yeah, okay. I remember one time. This is kind of a ambivalent joke. So I was in the hospital. My grandmother was in there. It was before she died, and I was
Dark.
I was young. Yeah, this is ambivalent. So it's gonna
I'm down.
it's gonna be funny at the
We're
end.
in
I
the weird
promise.
stuff.
And so I was like maybe like 12 or something like that. So I was just fucking around with everything in the room, and I pick up this thermometer. I go, oh, look at me, and I go to put it in my mouth. My dad goes, that is an anal thermometer, and I go, okay, I'm glad I didn't. And it was greasy, so that was fun.
That's
fun for everybody.
almost a fecal matter.
Yikes. You almost fucking...
All right. Anything else we can argue about?
in
Let's
vitro
argue about if we got this
tossed
guy's
your
shirt or
grandma's
not.
salad. That would have been bad.
I like his shirt, Electric Forest. Very
Electric
nice.
Forest, dude. Honestly, not a big fan.
I've never been.
I don't like the writing on it. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he's going to take a shit in the middle of our shit conversation.
You're jealous of his shit.
I'll give you $5 if you poop right now.
I don't know if he can hear you.
Calm down, Greg.
Ooh. All right, now, okay, more discussions. I was going to get into a whole nother one
Give
about
me another
toilet
one.
paper.
Sure, absolutely.
What do you do if you're like at a festy and you realize you just pooped messy and you realize there's no teepee? What do you do?
I don't know. You just,
I fucking have no idea.
Dude,
You
sometimes,
started this. You shouldn't have come on in here, man. It's your fault. We were talking about poop and then you came in.
dude, if you're lucky enough to have an undershirt on, it can save your ass.
Yeah,
Literally.
undershirt. I mean, would you ever? What if you were like, what do you do? Would you ever barehand it?
I always carry a bandana in my back pocket.
You
and that
do.
can
You
save
do.
your
You're
ass.
lucky. Joe, would you barehand it if you had to, or would you?
Absolutely
No, because if you
not.
barehand it here, sometimes that waters out, man. There's no pumpy.
Absolutely not.
But what do you do? Would you not wipe?
I'll figure it out, dude.
No, that's what I'm asking. How would you?
I
Figure
don't
it
know,
out?
man. I might be throwing away my underwear down the teepee fucking.
No, you're not
Yes.
wearing underwear. All you're wearing is a swimsuit.
Dude, then I'll go back to my campsite with a dirty ass, grab a fucking pair of underwear or
Okay.
paper towel.
I just was wondering
wipe
how
my
you would
ass, and then
personally figure it out. We're not arguing.
I duck walk there, make sure my butt cheeks
yeah, you
don't
do the
touch
duck
any
walk.
fucking
I just
of my
stuck a wedge
pants.
from buck 20.
No, that's not. No,
I know.
that's a
I'm
different
mixing a
style
whole
walk.
different kinds of walks.
And I don't hit a 60-degree wedge. I hit a fucking 58.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, what else you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's think. What would you guys sell your souls for? If Satan were to come in right now and ask you, what would you sell your souls for?
A brand new, fully loaded GMC.
Woods would sell his soul for 64 grand.
I mean, honestly,
Started.
a level of success in this band where I didn't have to stress out all the fucking time. Everything would just be good.
That's solid.
And we would be making,
Wow,
we
real
would be in the
serious
black.
answer.
We would have a nice vehicles to travel around with. We'd have a crew. I wouldn't have to
Serious
set up
answers
my
coming
drum
from
set
this
every
guy.
night. Someone would set our shit up for us. And we'd still be, and I didn't have to work, and this would pay our bills. And I don't want to be rich. I just don't want to have to worry about anything.
I feel like if you're selling your soul, you should really shoot for the stars.
Nah, man. Fuck that.
And then you
I
spend
just
the-
want to be.
Yeah, you definitely just like sold
I think
yourself
there's too
short.
much pressure in being an arena rock band, man.
That's true. That would be like the monkey's paw situation about it, where like,
like
you're
here's your
rich and
biggest
famous,
gift, but it's gonna
you're
ruin you at the
sad.
same time. No, I mean I just play theaters on the reg, big theaters. What do you
Probably
think, Matt?
sell my soul for just clean poops for the rest of my life. So
Like never having to
have
wipe?
No white
yeah,
poops.
Never wipeless, clean shits.
Like you just boop, done, no
Yeah,
wipe.
Just
Just
it's out of there. You're clean.
That's honestly a really great idea.
I don't know.
What about
It's just
endless
inconvenient
orgasms?
sometimes.
Like you can't not know.
No, that's too much. Too much. That's too much.
Matt's just shitting clean and
Shitting
jizzing
clean.
everywhere.
Just whenever.
It's turned really graphic, huh?
It's okay. We got pretty blue with the Space Carnival boys earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, if you wanted to get darker than them, that's very easy for us if you would like. They're good buddies.
Let's see what else we got.
just
Oh,
keep-
don't stop looking at this book, man. You're going to make me eat my words.
Yeah, if you kept a microphone in our van, it'd probably scare you.
Oh, you know what? I wrote some festival specific ones. You guys want to talk about Wooks real quick?
Yes.
No.
I think that's too
I think
cliche.
it's funny,
Too
though.
cliche?
I think
We
it's still
talk
funny.
about Wooks all the time.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
They're
What?
our fans, man. They're still our fans.
Now, here's the question that I have about it, and I really want to actually define it because a lot of people that listen to this probably aren't hip to this kind of stuff. But like for me, Wook is always a negative connotation to it.
Yeah, because it's been put along with... I don't want to answer this question.
Definitely has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's the difference between a Wook and just a scraggly dude?
Scraggly dude?
Yeah, just somebody who has.
Yeah.
6 tours of fish and dead.
So the K-hole is the
Well,
important part.
there's the apparel, too.
Well, a scraggly dude
can
doesn't
be-
necessarily go on tour with bands with no money in his pocket.
You can see a scraggly dude in your
I don't
everyday
know. I don't
life.
want to talk shit about Wooks because I have no problem with them. They've been really nice to me. No one's ripped me off. Bad Wooks, like,
There's
they're
some
going to
dirt
rip you
Wooks.
off and do that. But I'm cool with the Wook that's
Some
passed out
dirt
during our
Wooks.
set. Like, he's there, though.
My
You know,
favorite
he's there.
species of Wook is Wookfoot that you see like right in front of the stage, just like shaking their foot around in their dance. Like some people dance and don't really like shake their foot around, but some of them do, and they just make me so happy seeing those people. They just seem to be having a great time just Wookfooting around.
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out because for me, like Wook has always been like an asshole. Like it's a synonym
you know
for
what? I
ass-
think that would be called Wookery.
Wookery. Okay.
Wookery. I think that there's certain good Wooks, and then there's bad Wooks, and the bad Wooks have given the good Wooks a shitty name.
Yeah,
so,
Wook doesn't mean good or bad.
that's some real Wookery. Oh, you just got, watch out for that Wookie. Like that means he's going to sell you a thing of baby powder.
There's some crystals.
I don't fucking know. It just it's not really anything we get involved in. We kind of just play the music, and that's maybe back when I was 20 on Fish Tour, that was something I was concerned about, but not anymore. They came to see the music, so I could care less what they do.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, especially in
As long as they're not getting so fucked up, they're hurting other people's times.
Right.
Do your thing, man.
that's the thing. As
Do your
long as
thing.
you
just
can
watch
keep,
out for the
keep to
get-
yourself.
Don't get scammed, but that's just a general rule of life anyway. So I don't think
Yeah.
that
It doesn't
specific group
pertain
of
to-
people who are in this environment that may be that. I don't think that really is anything we need to worry about.
All right. Well,
They're nice. They don't buy our CDs. They come to the shows though.
But they're big into pins. You got the flat brim
Oh,
loaded
pins.
with pins.
Dude, they buy the pins.
Now here's the thing that there was another thing I had a topic about hat pins. Did you know that back in like the turn of the century, like 1900s, women would wear hat pins, and they were actually like on the Wikipedia page for hat pins is used as a self-defense weapon. They would have these hat pins that are like maybe like 9 inches long, and they basically were just to keep the hat on your head. They have those little like doily looking hats,
Really
and so they would stab people with them. Like
makes sense.
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper days.
a little bit after that it was in America.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Industrial rev.
yeah, so it was a situation where like basically men like lower class men would come around and like hit on upper class women and they just fucking stab them with like a 9-inch blade.
Some guys are into that kind of stuff.
I mean, you
Richard
can pay,
specifically.
you can pay some serious money to have that done to you nowadays.
Or Matt will do it for free.
Eh?
Getting attacked by a flapper.
All right. Should we wrap it up, guys?
We're cool with wrapping it up, man.
Okay.
We had a great time. Thanks for letting me yell into the microphone and just be belligerent.
I'm very happy with you guys. I am very excited to
Seriously, if you ever want to argue, I'm around.
You guys are in Albany often. 2 of you guys live there, right?
Yeah. And we live in Lake George. Come up and spend the night, man.
Absolutely.
Rock the
man.
dock. I got
Absolutely.
a bed for you.
Okay.
And
Absolutely.
for all you at home, you gotta learn your knots. So practice up.
Yep. Tying knots.
Rock the dock, July 13th, Lake George, New York. Be there. $7. Sole Monday, Strange Machines, Let's Be Leonard, and us, Formula 5.
It's gonna be fantastic, folks.
When does the guy come in that I sell my soul to so I can have clean poops?
We'll talk off mic. How about
Awesome.
that? All right.
Yeah, that's a
thanks,
secret. He's a secret guy. Clean poop guy.
thanks, guys.
Thank you.